Today, we're here with John Oz, co-founder and CMO of Datapad, a collective metrics library for your team where you can have instant access to your metrics. John has built, led, and mentored growth teams at various B2B SaaS companies. He's also the host of the SaaS Growth Whisperers podcast, where he discusses how successful startup people leverage no-code to boost their growth marketing efforts.
My career is as an investment banker, and then from that path, I've joined the startup scene, and then since then I've built and led the various companies on the B2B SaaS kind of things. For the last couple of months, I was focusing on advisory, and now I took another co-founder role and building the Datapad.
What are some of your favorite website examples right now?
I think the most recent one that I can remember is slab.com. What I really love about this website is the pricing page, because if you check my LinkedIn post, I always complain about the pricing pages being super confusing. And what is good about Slab is that they really reduce the cognitive friction on the pricing page by having an informative tooltips on every feature that you're paying. Whenever you hover your mouse on one of those features that you're paying for, there's a small explanation that you can see, and you actually understand what you're paying for, right? I think the problem with most SaaS companies today is that you're going to go to pricing pages and you're going to see all kinds of features that you're paying for, but you don't know 50% of those features. You don't know what you're paying for, and Slab is doing a great job at solving that problem. So what I really like about Slab's pricing page is that if you just look at their pricing plans, they have different options. And then they, on the left side, you can see here what you're paying for each pricing plan. In a normal SaaS pricing page, you would see a lot of, jargon that you wouldn't understand, keywords that you have no idea about. And then here, they want you to know what you're paying for. So if you just hover your mouse on here, on the features that you're paying for example, guests, you'll have an informative tooltip that explains what this means. Or you go to post and topics, they do the same kind of explanation. So why do I like this? Especially if you're early stage SaaS and you're in the new category, people are not really used to seeing pricing pages from companies like yours. So you have to do your best to explain what people are paying for, and then that will increase your conversion because you're actually reducing the cognitive friction there. And this is why I really like this pricing page. And obviously, I also like the FAQ as well. What I usually do is that I put the FAQ under the pricing pages, related to questions that I'm receiving. Questions related to pricing I'm receiving during my demos. Again, I want to reduce the cognitive friction. So before my prospects actually come and ask me all those questions, I would list them out here so that I'm reducing the friction for them. And Slab is doing a great job here by doing this as well.
What are some positive trends you're seeing with websites this year?
I'm going to talk about early stage SaaS companies. I think the messaging is getting more clear, because for the last 2 years, I was seeing a lot of confusing messages that is not tied to any benefits or values at all. Now I'm looking at early stage startups. I'm looking at their websites, and the messaging is more simple and it's just benefit focused instead of just talking about the technicals of the tool. That is one trend. The other thing that I started to see is, I don't remember exactly the name of the companies doing this right now, but I also hear it from my peers as well. So not everyone wants to get a demo, right? It's just maybe you don't have time. Maybe you don't like to have one-on-one demo. But what I also started to see is that some companies are offering not a book a demo, but watch a demo, where you put your email, and then they send you a recorded demo, or they just put the video version of demo into their homepage. We were doing this with Blinks, and then it was working great for us. I've also seen a couple more companies doing it, but I don't remember their names right now.
What are some trends you're ready to see end for websites this year?
Sign up forms, the long sign up forms. I really hate that. So, I see a lot of call to action that says get started in a minute. And then I go to a sign up form. Then it will ask me to put my credit card. It will ask a lot of information from me. I hope that this trend is going to end and they're going to make the sign-up process much less frictionless. Again, there's also I also want this trend to end in managing the expectations badly. So what do I mean by that is sometimes you're going to go to a SaaS website and then you're going to have a call to action that start now for free, start now immediately, right? When I see that call to action, I tell myself, all right, like I'm going to click on this button, like I'll fill like 1 or 2 questions and then I'm good to go. And then I click on call to action, then it asks me to put a credit card. But then on the call to action, you're saying that start now for free. Then why are you asking my credit card right now, which is adding extra friction to the process? I hope that people will understand that call to actions are helping you to manage expectations. And then if the next page that comes off the call to action is not managing the expectations, it's a bad conversion for you.
Favorite tooling for websites right now?
I love experimenting with different pages. So I'm gonna go on and say Unbounce. Like it really helps with the growth experiments that I run. Clearbit, I love using Clearbit. Classic Hotjar. I think those would be the ones that I use the most often. And also user onboarding tools as well. I think they're great tools. User guiding, Pendo, AppGoose. I used all of them, and I still use them too.
To end it out, I just wanted to give you a chance to promote Datapad and give maybe a little shout out for anyone looking to get better, quicker access to their metrics.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. So we're building Datapad, and then as a company, we're so obsessed with giving people instant access to any metric that they want. So if you want to keep all your metrics in one place, and then you want to have access to any metric in seconds, not in hours, please reach out to me either from my LinkedIn or just to sign up to our waitlist on Datapad, and I would be happy to help you out.